And now, it's time for Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. For the next 2 hours, join Pete Gray, rock cod Rick Maxa, and this week's special expert guest for fishing information, new techniques to catch more fish, and the most current scoop on what's happening in the water. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Yamaha Outboards. Reliability starts here. By Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup. And Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. Get ready for the fastest 2 hours on radio with the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray and rock cod Rick Maxa.
Good morning, anglers, and welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. I'm Pete Gray. Rock cod Rick Maxa is on his way for a little vacation at Rancho Leonero for a couple of days, but I've got a couple of great guys in the studio with me here. Dr. Brad Stiles, Dr. Ken Morris from the Make-A-Wish Tuna Challenge are going to be talking about this great tuna tournament. And what a year for that it's going to be. You stay tuned. This is Southern California's Sport Fishing Voice. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
Shimano is proud to present an opportunity for you to go fishing on two of the finest three-quarter-day boats on the fleet and use the top-of-the-line Shimano gear. It's Terramar Tuesday, going on now through September. Join Shimano Pro staff aboard the San Diego out of Seaforth Sport Fishing, and coming in June, the new Liberty from Fisherman's Landing. These trips will be booked through the landing and it's the same price as a regular three-quarter-day trip. But the difference will be a selection of top-of-the-line Shimano Terramar rods and reels will be available for you to try, along with an assortment of Shimano jigs and more. And a member of the Shimano Pro staff will be aboard to answer questions you may have. Terramar Tuesdays will feature Shimano Terramar rods with Trinidad A, Torium HG, Tranks, and Talica reels available for you to try for free. Don't miss Terramar Tuesday on the San Diego out of Seaport Sport Fishing and beginning June 7th aboard the Liberty from Fisherman's Landing. Check the landing website for more details or the trips page at hookup1090.com.
Here's John Ireland for Rancho Leonero.
The main emphasis on the ranch, we're going to keep it old style. We're not going to change anything. We're just going to improve what we have. The kitchen is brand new kitchen this year with all new kitchen equipment, new stoves, ovens. We put a new freezer in. We've put in all brand new split air conditioners with thermostats to make sure every room is cold. We've also worked on the boat fleet with a couple large lures, a 31 and a 34. We've got the largest Super Ponga fleet on the East Cape, all with brand new Yamaha motors. Brand new beds. We've got all Serta beds, the best beds in Baja, I kid you not. We're working all the time at the ranch. We're not changing it, just making it a lot better. That's why we get the high TripAdvisor reviews. It's my responsibility. I got to take care of you. I'll personally guarantee your best fishing experience and vacation at Rancho Leonero. RanchoLeonero.com. Our new reservation phone number is 800-646-2252, 646 Baja.
Last year, we had an unbeatable fishing season, one of the best in decades. I think we'll all take another year just like it. Now, just imagine what it could be like if we have an unbeatable season 39 years in a row. Well, that's exactly what Ford has done with their F-Series pickups, America's best-selling trucks 39 years in a row. We love our F-150s here in San Diego. Ford trucks give you the freedom to launch your boat with ease thanks to Pro Trailer Backup Assist, the freedom to toss all your gear in the bed no matter how wet and messy it gets, and the freedom to fit 5 full-size guys comfortably in the cab. And right now, during the Ford Freedom Sales event, you'll get the freedom from interest charges with Ford's best finance rate of the year. Freedom from high monthly payments thanks to special summer lease programs, plus the freedom to save even more on trucks with smart bonus tags. It's an incredible combination of savings on an incredible lineup of trucks. So don't miss the Ford Freedom Sales event. Stop by your San Diego County Ford dealer today. They'll be glad to hook you up. Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090. Pete Gray here. As I said, Rock God Rick's winging his way down to Rancho Leonero for a great time down there for a few days, and then off to Whalers Cove at the end of the week. It's a busy day. It's a busy week for Rock God Rick, you know, as it always is. But, hey, we have a couple of great guys in the studio with us from the Make-A-Wish Tuna Challenge, and the doctors are in the house. Dr. Brad and Dr. Ken are here. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, great to have you guys. First of all, for those of our listeners that aren't familiar with this amazing tournament, the Make-A-Wish Tuna Challenge, why don't you describe what it is, what the benefit is, and how you participate?
So the Make-A-Wish Tuna Challenge was started as just a fun tournament for a few boats. I think it's 27 years now. And they got
27 years.
27 years, and
Are you getting that old?
Yes,
Wow.
I know. I know they're doubling me up as far as age goes. But they get 30 boats a year, and they make a little bit of money. And in the early days, I think it just went back to the club, which was Konakai Anglers, that sponsored it. And then they decided that they wanted to have a beneficiary, and the Make-A-Wish Foundation was chosen. And for those of you that are not familiar with the Make-A-Wish Foundation, it's a organization that grants wishes to children with life-threatening illnesses. Sometimes those life-threatening illnesses are cancer. Many times just kids that are having a challenge where their life is truly threatened as far as making it out of childhood, and they get to pick a wish. And the really nice thing about the wish is that their family's involved. So if you've ever seen some of these kids when they're sick, they're really out for the count, and not just them, but the family. And so what ends up happening is they get to go somewhere, and Disney World is probably the most common wish, at least for kids in Southern California. Yeah, going to Orlando, and the whole family gets to go. So what I've seen over the years is that the other kids suffer too. When one child's sick, everybody focuses their efforts on the one child to get them well. But in this case, the family all gets to go and enjoy a really special moment. And sometimes the power of the wish is such that it's so great for the kids that it really pulls them through the illness that they have.
That's neat.
So it's really neat. So fishing tournament, is the platform, and so fishermen help raise money, and the fishing industry raises money, and then all the money that's raised, it's a completely volunteer process, goes to the Make-A-Wish Foundation and supports those wishes.
Wow, that's fantastic. And Brad, how much money was raised last year? I know every year it seems you guys hit a record.
Well, we didn't hit our record last year, but it was $250,000.
In one fishing tournament, you raised $250,000.
$250,000.
Grant wishes to kids.
And, well, the wishes aren't cheap either. I think the average wish now is about $8,000, $8,000 to $10,000 per wish.
Think about that. One event, $250,000. You guys, hats off to you guys. And this is a momentous undertaking that you guys take on, right? And it's all... And that huge paycheck that you both receive at the end of the tournament, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The one with all the zeros, and it's all zeros.
Right. Exactly.
There's no other numbers.
It's run by volunteers.
Run by volunteers. Paychecks in the heart, And when you see that money getting handed over to those kids, that's all you need. You don't need to take anything else home with you.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So why don't you describe the event, Brad?
Well, it's a tuna tournament, and we focus mainly on catching tuna, but you can catch other types of fish. We have all sorts of awards. It's essentially kind of a one-day fishing tournament. We have the captain's meeting on a Friday night. Fishing starts 5 a.m. on Saturday, and you have to do your final weigh-in by 9 a.m. on Sunday. And then Sunday morning, starting at 10, we have the gala awards banquet with auctions and also raffles, all sorts of prizes.
And where's that going to be?
Silvergate Yacht Club is hosting us again.
What a beautiful location. Right there in the parking lot overlooking the San Diego Bay.
Yep.
Yeah, fantastic. And what are some of the prizes? Give us an idea, guys.
So the grand prize, so whoever catches the biggest point fish, we have a point system. It's a 6-day, 5-night stay at Grand Alaska Lodge with 3 days of fishing.
Wow.
That's the grand prize. We have 2 different divisions as far as the boats, a large and a small boat, and each division has their own prizes. So we don't want the small boats having to compete with the larger boats that can go further. Van Warmer Resorts has stepped up again. We have I believe it's a 5-day, 4-night stay at one of the Van Warmer Resorts with fishing.
Wow. Palm Mistake Hotels applied
a
lot
of rod reel combos.
Nice.
So a lot of prizes.
You're giving away a car.
We are.
It's a new car.
We are giving away a new car.
Bob Barker.
Mazda is one of our main sponsors, and they have, again, graciously donated a car for us to raffle off. And this year, you actually get a choice of one of 4 different Mazdas. The Mazda 3, the CX-3, the Mazda 6, or the CX-5. You can get your choice.
How in the world do you get into that raffle? I mean, that's something that everybody can join, whether you fish in the tournament or not, right?
Correct. Anybody can buy a raffle ticket. The tickets are $10 a piece, or you can get 12 for $100. You can buy them if you come down to the gala that day. You can go to the website tunachallenge.org and get them through that too. So anybody can get the raffle tickets.
And can you just, and the drawing is that day, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be, somebody's going to find out who's going to win that car that day. I think once or twice the person's actually been at the banquet who's been drawn.
You don't have to be there.
Yeah.
You don't have to be there.
Yesterday I was at Fisherman's Landing, and a guy comes up to me and says, "Where can I buy those raffle tickets?" He says, I almost won one year. I'm like, yeah, I almost won one year.
How do you know? One too. I was like 5 numbers away. No, I'm just kidding.
But he really did almost win, because they drew 2 tickets that year. One was for a big screen TV, and one was for the car, and he got drawn for the big screen TV. So he was
close.
He was really, really close.
Oh, he was really close, right? Yes. Yeah, well, this is a great event. So if somebody wants to enter the tournament, there's a great website. What is the website?
tunachallenge.org.
Yeah, tunachallenge.org.
It's very informative. It's really got a lot about the history of the Tuna Challenge. It'll put, how to enter on there. You've got the times, the dates. There's some pictures, even some kids with their wishes that were granted. So it's a nice thing to look through, and it's got all the information you need about the Tuna Challenge.
Yeah. Now, I know that you're following in the footsteps of your great father, Dr. Marty Morris, and he kind of got you into this thing, didn't he?
Well, it's actually the opposite, believe it or not.
Really?
So I was involved with with Sam Minervini and Kona Kai and got involved, and then it was getting really big, and so I went to my mom and dad, and I said, "We need you." Because my dad had done a lot of tournaments before for the Los Angeles Billfish Club, and and I knew he knew how to run a tournament, and my mom was always a great fundraiser growing up. So it was one of those rare times where the kids actually got the parents involved. But of course, once I got them involved, there was no stopping the two of them.
Yeah, no kidding. And they, and then your mom continued after your father passed away and continued to help out and work.
Yeah.
And then they, okay, your turn now.
Yeah, and she's still doing her thing. People always ask, what's your mom doing? And she does stuff with Make-A-Wish. She has this event called Fashion with a Passion, and she gets with the ladies down at the Fashion Institute downtown. So.
That's great, yeah. Your dad was famous for collecting a lot of things, marine, and after he passed away, your mom decided to sell a few of those things, and I was fortunate enough to buy a pair of Fujinon 7x50 binoculars. And every time I look through those on my boat, I think about
your dad. Marty. Yeah, as a matter of fact, of collecting things, I found this. I was hanging up at his desk this chain with 2 hooks. I was going to bring it. Yes, I was trying to figure out what the heck to do with it.
I remember those. Those were big with billfish back in the day. Yeah, you can check in when you can't check out when you get hooked on those. That's for sure. Just don't want to get it in your hand.
No.
Yeah, but okay. So let's shift gears a little bit. You guys are both MDs, and we talk every year when you're on the show a little bit about seasickness, because that's one of the big subjects of that everybody wants to know is how do I avoid? I love getting on the water, and I get seasick. How do I avoid seasickness, guys?
Well, there's prescription medications out there now. The scopolamine patch, which came out several years ago and then was taken off the market because they had problems with dosing it, is back now, so they have better dosages for it. Easy to use, works pretty well. There's some over-the-counter medications like Bonine and Meclizine that you can get that can help. But I think that the best thing is you just keep going.
Keep going.
Because everybody, 99% of people who get seasick, if they just keep going on in the water, they'll get used to it.
Yeah, I used to get sick when I was a kid.
I did too.
Yeah, people didn't know that. It was awful. And until about 12, I'd get once or twice. And my dad would take us out 60 miles albacore fishing, and I'd catch one and go puke, and then I'd just be laid out. And as soon as you hit Point Loma, the waters would calm, and I'd be like, oh, finally.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you're recovered. But, after, twice a summer for I don't know how many years that was happening. That was the last time I got sick, and you get over it.
You just get over it. It's one of those. Why is that? I mean, What is it about seasickness? What causes it, and why do you get over it?
Well, the cause is inner ear. Our balance mechanism is in our inner ear in the semicircular canals, and it's basically what your inner ear is telling your brain is different from what your eyes are telling your brain. And sometimes the brain can't quite figure that out and leads to seasickness. But if you keep going, eventually the brain can adapt and
it adapts.
And, yeah, it'll kind of ignore one of those signals and just listen to the other one, and then you're fine.
You get your sea legs.
You get your sea legs.
So, and let's say you're on a multi-day trip, you kind of get your sea legs and get over it, right?
Like I said, most people will.
Yeah. How much of seasickness is mental? Like, you get on the boat and it's like, I know I'm going to get sick. I just know it. How much is mental?
There's certainly a component to that, and although the other thing I found over the years is some of these boats that have really bad diesel exhaust, it is very nauseating. And so if you're prone or you're worried about it, is go up on the bow and when they're firing up those engines, don't get anywhere near it and just go up. And I always say fresh air, like fresh clean air is
in middle of the boat because that rocks the least.
Yeah. And then what about things to avoid if you're going on an overnight trip? What do you want to avoid on the way out?
Well, some people, they go down to the landing and they get all sauced up, before they even get on the boat. So
alcohol.
Alcohol is probably a real good thing to avoid. And
because that'll dehydrate you too.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Dehydration can cause seasickness too.
It can augment it, definitely.
Yeah. Now they also are compounding scopolamine. I know. On our trip to Catalina last week, my wife has a tendency to get seasick, and we got some pills that were compounded, like the old Scopace pill, by a pharmacy, Alvarado Pharmacy here in town. That's another option, too. Again, it's the same medication as the patch, right?
Correct.
Yeah, and you could go to a compounding pharmacy, get a prescription from your doctor, and go get this scopolamine compounded into a tablet, into a capsule.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So that's another option for people, and that way they can dose it properly for you. The issues with the patch, it was overdosing people? Is that what it was?
Yeah. So whenever you have a medication that's delivered through the skin, there's sometimes problems getting the correct dose because the rate of absorption from different people with different skin types. And initially they were having problems that some people were getting a little too much too quick. And one of the other side effects is it can make you really drowsy. So they had people that were essentially kind of falling over and falling asleep while standing up and falling. And
so how did they correct that?
That would be a good question for the
pharmacist.
The pharmacist. I'm not sure exactly how they did it, but it's now much better dosed.
Yeah, properly dosed and get.
Yeah, they figured out a way to kind of get it to have the steady release.
More of a time release type of thing.
And I know people that cut I think the manufacturers don't recommend cutting the patches, but I know people that will cut it in half. So if they're worried about getting too much, and just get a lower.
Or with kids.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you do use a patch, as soon as you put it on, wash your hands.
Wash your hands, because you don't want to rub your eyes.
You don't want to rub your eyes because your pupil will just blow right up.
Oh, man.
And it'll be that way for a few days.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, that's good advice there, Doctor. Hey, as you can hear, we have a great show lined up for you today. A lot to talk about, a lot of tuna to talk about. After our great live broadcast yesterday, wow, that was a fantastic day, and I want to thank everybody for coming out to Dana Landing yesterday and talking fishing with us. You want to talk fishing with us? Anything is open, whether you want to talk tuna. These guys are fishermen. They know their stuff, and you want to talk about targeting tuna, targeting fishing, targeting yellowtail, whatever. 858-457-1090, open right now, or toll-free anywhere in the U.S. is 877-792-1090. You want to give us a fish report? Just make a contribution to Let's Talk Hookup. This is your show. This is your day. Come on and join us, and we have a great prize to give away, too. Somebody's going fishing with Captain Ryan Boston on the San Diego at C4 Sport Fishing, a 3/4-day pass on the San Diego from C4 Sport Fishing. And when we come back, we're going to take your phone calls, talk more fishing with the guys from Make-A-Wish. Stay tuned. This is Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090.
We are right in the middle of a red-hot fishing season, and now is the time to get your gear. Hi, this is Doug Kern from Fisherman's Landing Tackle, the saltwater tackle professionals. Daiwa has been making great saltwater reels for decades, and the Daiwa Saltus Black Gold is an outstanding star drag reel, perfect for casting a bait or a jig on aggressive tuna and yellowtail. When you need more power, the Daiwa Saltus Lever Drag 2-speed reel should be your choice, and we have them all in stock now at Fisherman's Landing Tackle. Visit us at Fisherman's Landing Tackle at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego, or on the web at saltwatertackle.com. Fisherman's Landing is the top choice in local and long-range fishing. Hi, this is Doug Kern. Our hardworking crew is always looking for ways to improve your fishing experience. We offer the finest open party trips from 1 to 3 days, the best charter boats available, and of course, our world-renowned long-range fleet is second to none. We are proud to say Fisherman's Landing is now a full-service sport fishing operation, offering half-day trips on the Dolphin, and now, for the first time in the long history of Fisherman's Landing, we have 3-quarter-day open party trips on the Liberty. We built the Liberty specifically to offer a better experience. Run by veteran captain Taro Takeuchi, the 85-foot Liberty is the first open party 3-quarter-day boat to offer bunks for your comfort. She also has huge bait capacity and RSW fish holds to keep your catch fresh. Plus, Liberty has a big galley and 2 interior heads with showers. Our open party trips from half-day, 3-quarter-day, or 1 to 3-day trips can be easily booked online at fishermanslanding.com or give us a call at 619-221-8500. I'll see you at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego.
If you're not wearing Maui Jim sunglasses, you're missing plenty. This is Captain Paul Hebert from the Wicked Pisser. Fact is, I wouldn't go fishing with any other sunglasses than Maui Jim. When I wear them, the ocean's true colors come shining through with more contrast and clarity. When it's time to harpoon a big bluefin, I see that fish clearly at that critical time. Maui Jim, seeing is believing. Take it from us on the Wicked Pisser. Try a pair at your local tackle shops or check out MauiJim.com.
Cast Tours is a family-owned and operated travel company that specializes in taking you to great fishing destinations. They take pride in providing the best and most affordable vacation packages available. For over 20 years, Cast Tours has been creating unique sport fishing and vacation trips. Whether it's a fishing trip, a family vacation, or an adventure, they will provide you the service and value you deserve. Call Cast Tours at 800-593-6510 or check casttours.com.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090. The doctors are in the house. Dr. Brad Stiles, Dr. Ken Morris from the Make-A-Wish Tuna Challenge. We're talking fishing, and we're talking about this great tournament coming up starting August 26th is the captain's meeting, right?
Correct.
All right. And then you can celebrate my birthday on that day. So
all right.
Happy birthday.
Another year. There you go.
Are you going to be 40 now?
Yeah. Yeah, again.
Yeah.
And then the fishing day, it's a one-day tournament, right?
It's, lines in on Saturday at 5 a.m., and you just have to weigh your fish in by 9 a.m. Sunday.
And where are the weigh-in stations?
San Diego Marlin Club and Dana Landing.
Dana Landing are the two-way stations. All right, very good. So you can go out at either one. But you can participate from anywhere in Southern California, but you just have to weigh your winning fish into there.
You can take off from any U.S. port, but you have to weigh the fish in there. And trailer boats, you can't trailer your boat to it. You have to bring them in on the water.
Pull your boat up
on the
water. Yeah, which is, the easy thing to do. Has there ever been a cow tuna weighed in? In other words, a cow tuna is being tuna over 200 pounds. Ever been a cow tuna weighed in the history, the 27-year history of tuna?
No, I think the tournament record is around 130 or so. You know, big eye tuna.
And who holds that record?
Was that Deb Badeau?
Oh, I thought it was your dad.
No, we caught plenty, but just none of those monsters. Yes.
So this could be the year the first cow happens.
I think so.
They're here.
It could be multiple cows.
Yeah, there could be multiple cows. Imagine that.
If Ricky's fishing it, there'll be a cow.
Yeah, absolutely. Or Neil, his partner on the boat. Yeah,
yes.
for sure. All right, you want to get through? Here's your chance. 858-457-1090. 858-457-1090. Open right now, or 877-792-1090. Giving away a 3-quarter-day trip on the San Diego out of Seaforth Sport Fishing. Let's go ahead and jump into the phone. Start her up with Dawn in Woodland Hills. Good morning, Dawn.
Hey, guys, good morning. Thank you, Pete and doctors, for taking my call. I'm going to head out on a skiff for the very first time to try for those big bluefin tuna. So I wanted to pick your brains as to what I need to know that's different than, fishing on a small Parker, pilot house versus fishing an open skiff.
Wow. That's like the old man in the sea type stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd want to be in a small little boat with those big tuna.
Yeah, but a lot of guys do it every day. I see them out there every day on a 20-foot skiff or 21. You want to make sure that, first of all, you have the range for the boat, and you have all the safety gear on the boat, certainly, because that's radio and the necessary safety gear. But sometimes it can be an advantage to be in a smaller boat, right, Ken?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I had a 20 Grady and I got big eye up to 140 pounds on that, and when you hook a big one, it's almost like your skiff is like a float, so it helps wear out the fish. You just let the fish drag you around, and you could use that boat to your advantage to help plane the fish up. So if you're really having a hard time, I just like to get the fish in a circle and lead the fish, and you get right in front of the fish and keep going around in a circle. And so even with light line, you can use that boat to your advantage.
No doubt about it. One of the things that is very different about catching a big fish on a small boat versus an anchored boat like a long-range boat when you're fishing cow tuna down south is you have the ability to follow the fish and chase the fish. And a lot of times when guys are hooking these bigger fish on bigger gear, they're leaving it in the rod holder. I know a lot of the fish. I know Neil, Ricky's partner on that boat, they just stick it in the rod holder and turn the handle in the rod holder, kind of like a wicked tuna kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Gives you kind of an advantage to be able to control the fish better and follow the fish better, right? Yeah.
Yep.
I'd also be careful when you bring that fish in that you don't overload one side.
Yeah.
Small boat tips over a lot easier.
Yeah, for sure. No doubt. Well, good luck on your expedition, Don. Thanks a lot for getting us started here. Appreciate the call this morning. That does free up 858-457-1090. Open right now. You want to get through, there is your chance. Dennis in Linda Vista, you're next up on Let's Talk Hookup. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. I have two questions. The first one is, us guys that don't have a boat, are we able to go and see if we can get on a team to go on this? If so, how? And the second one, I have a friend who's suffering from adenocarcinoma, which is cancer of the esophagus. He's been out of it for 2 years. He hasn't been able to fish, but he's got a strength bath right now, and I would like to take him out, but would I be doing him a misservice by taking him out on a 3/4 day boat or something like that?
Well, the first question is if you don't have a boat or don't have a friend that has a boat, we do have a charter division, so you can actually get a couple of people together and hire one of the six-pack charter boats, and they are going to be fishing their own division. They'll have their own set of prizes. So that is a way you can get in the tournament without a boat.
You can. So it's a totally separate category?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. So like a charter boat fleet.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
you could
the six packs.
Yeah. So you could charter one of the local six-pack boats.
Yep.
And still participate.
Yeah. We always have a few that are in that division.
Now, do you have like people that are looking for anglers to join them?
For me? I just wanted to go myself and take him, but I didn't know if that was possible.
Yeah, we've never really been able to get people
like
to
open party type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One year we did try to do it on a big charter boat, like one of the big sport fishers, and it was just got too complicated trying to police everybody essentially.
Gotcha. So you need to have a friend that has a boat or charter a six-pack or like a four-pack boat like the Blackjack out of Dana Landing or something like that. Yeah. All right. So the next question there, as far as taking his sick friend fishing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think a 3/4 day, half day or 3/4 day are good because they're not overnight. You're going to leave in the morning, and and you're not going out too far on one of those boats. And if your friend is feeling tired or weak, you can go sit down inside the galley there. You're going to be coming back that evening, so. As long as he feels strong enough and he's up to it, and if he feels really good, then hook them up with a nice yellow. It's a good place to start.
That's good medicine.
Yeah, and well, the ocean is good medicine, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's an amazing place to be, and certainly can be very healing. Hey, good for you, Dennis, taking your sick friend out fishing. Thanks a lot for the call this morning. That does free up. Toll-free line at 877-792-1090. You want to get a chance, talk fishing with us, win a 3/4-day trip to go fishing on the San Diego out of C4 Sport Fishing. They're starting to whack those yellowtail again on the San Diego for sure. There is your chance. Let's head south down to Rancho Leonero. Our buddy John Ireland's on the line. Buenos dias, John.
Good morning, Peter, Rick, yes.
Good morning. Rick is actually on his way to the airport to go see you.
Yeah, he will. Well, he will see me too. We got a little rain coming in. It looks like tomorrow, so he's going to have one rainy day.
So the storm is not going to hamper you.
No,
as
I
far
don't think so.
No,
I don't think it could. It's going to rain, for sure. It's not a hurricane, and it's coming up pretty quick. So we're expecting rain tomorrow, and then that should be it. And I don't know how hard it'll rain. The boats always go out when it rains, unless it's just really torrential. So
yeah,
hopefully he won't miss a day fishing. But
But
we can't control that rain this time of year, and I'm glad it's not a hurricane. It's just a rainstorm. So that's the good news. That's the good news. Well, I got the Bisbee results. I don't know whether you guys got them yesterday or not.
No, we didn't.
Good. Yeah, interesting tournament. I've been telling you guys lots of blues, and it sure proved out in the tournament. There were 113 blues and blacks released. 36 striped marlin released and 14 sailfish released. So it shows you it's almost 2.5 to 1 blues to sails and stripes.
Wow.
Isn't that something?
That's a big number.
That's a big number for blues and blacks. It really is. It's been a good, strong year for the blues right on through from the last couple months. Winning fish was the Bull Rider, 427. Viva Boys was second with a 316. The winning fish was caught first morning. And everybody was hoping. I was really hoping that we'd go over 500. Lots of breakoffs. Everybody was talking about it. Everybody was getting slammed and really getting torn up. The fish were real spread. Most of them were La Rivera Bank to Pomo, was where most of the fish were taken. But that's also where most of the boats were fishing. They were hanging them up all the way up on the 88 around Cerralvo and everything. Real spread bite. Lots of blue marlin around. I'm sure it's the best East Cape Bisbee we've had. So anyway, we're real pleased about that. That's for sure. Well, there's a tuna in the tuna category, 111-pound tuna. The tuna have come back in this last week. 30, I'd say, 25, 30-pounders are pretty common. They're on the banks south of Fraley's down to Veneramis. Inch side's been real good with the roosters and a lot of pargo and barred pargo in particular. Some dog tooth, rooster fish like crazy. Fishing's pretty good, but that marlin fishing's something. It's something when you catch. It's almost 3 to 1 on the blues to the sails and stripers combined. It's really interesting.
Wow. Now, they had a 300-pound cutoff where you had to release the fish that was under 300 pounds, right?
That's it, exactly, yeah. So they released, there was only two fish that came to scales. Actually, there were more than that. And some optimists came in weighing some light fish, I think there are 2 or 3 light fish weighed.
Yeah.
But all the rest of them get released, yeah. It's a good tournament, and like I say, it's just incredible the numbers of blues and blacks that are hanging around this year.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, I know that Rancho Leonero is plugged. I mean, you guys are full swing, but you do have a few spots available during this prime time fishing. I know I love that September, October time period. Certainly the best time in the East Cape.
It is. October in particular is that it cools off. The air cools off, but the water stays real warm. So it's real pleasant on the beach, and the fish are still biting strong in that warm water. Water temp, by the way, is between 86 and 89 right now, and it bumped up quite a bit this week too. So, but boy, holding the fish, fishing's really good right now. We're really pleased with how that's going, and nice to see the tuna back. I'm just waiting for the Dorado, and then we'll be back in business 100%.
Certainly. Well, if somebody wants to book a trip, it's not too early to start thinking about next year, too. Our Rancho Leonero June tournament in 2017 is already filling up. How do we get a hold of you? We want to come down September, October, or book something for 2017.
Thanks, Pete. It's 800-646-2252 or rancholeonero.com. And by the way, Make-A-Wish is a great outfit. Anything you can do to help Make-A-Wish, you're doing it's good karma for you, for sure. We've been donators for years and proud to do it.
Thank you, John.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, thanks, John. Thanks a lot for that. Take care of Ricky, and we'll talk to you next Sunday.
You will. Talk to you soon.
All right, very good. All right, 858-457-1090, open right now. Let's talk to Derek calling us from Lake Elsinore. Good morning, Derek.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Morning.
Morning.
Hey, my question is, I'm picking up a Shimano Tranx this week, and my plan is to put it on it's a 9-foot medium-heavy deckhand rod.
Uh-huh.
And, be mostly fishing for yellowtail. But what do you think I should do? Put straight mono, put a backing on it, just in case we get into, some tuna out there, filming.
Like a surface iron rod.
Yeah, surface iron rod for sure.
Yeah. You have some input there, Doc?
Well, you've got two different things you're looking at for yellowtail and for, and potential for getting into bluefin. So
yeah.
When I throw the surface iron, I like to throw straight mono. I always have a hard time throwing the Spectra, or at least going from mono to Spectra. I think some of the guys will just do a short piece of fluoro and then go to straight Spectra, but when you got the knot in between, it always throws me for a loop. So when I'm fishing for yellow, I just use straight mono for my long rod. But I think if you're going to try to double up and you're going to say, okay, I want to have it for yellowtail and for a potential for bluefin, you're going to probably want that line capacity. And so I'd probably, in that case, I'd probably just use the Spectra with just a small piece of fluoro to tie your lure on. That's probably what I'd do.
Especially if you're using the Tranx, which is an amazing reel. I think it would be in my experience, and I've seen it, it'd be a big mistake to put monofilament on there. It just doesn't perform like it should with monofilament compared to what I would do is put 80-pound Power Pro Super Late Slick on it, or just straight 80-pound Power Pro. But I like that Super 8 Slick on that level wine reel. It works very well. And then put a top shot of Seaguar fluorocarbon that doesn't meet the eye. So in other words, you don't want that knot going through your eye back and forth. So if it's a 2-foot piece, if it's a 3-foot piece, that's what you want. But that's the way that reel was made to perform, with Power Pro, with Spectra, and and then once you adjust those brakes, it's got that braking system in the side of the reel, and then you fine tune that thing. It'll be your number one favorite surface iron rod. I have one. And it's an amazing rod. I know you're shaking your head. Do you have a Tranx?
No, I haven't fished one yet, but I've heard about them.
Harry had one the other day when we had Harry Okuda out with us. So.
The world famous Harry Okuda?
Yes.
Did he catch any fish?
He didn't catch any, but he's always he's locked and loaded, ready to put the hurt to one.
He is a fishing junkie.
Yes, he is indeed. Derek, does that help you out?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks a lot for the call this morning. That Shimano Tranx is quite a powerful reel, and you can land big fish on that reel. I mean, I think Rick had that 205-pound bluefin on a Tranx.
Oh, it was on a Tranx.
Yeah,
wow.
on a 9-foot rod.
Yeah.
I mean, not built for that.
Yeah.
It's not made for that, but it shows the ability of that if you really crank it down. And like you were saying, when you put monofilament on something, it's a capacity issue.
Yes.
And certainly on a reel like that, if you put 50-pound monofilament versus 80-pound Power Pro on there, you're going to have a lot more Power Pro on there than you would monofilament. So if you do hook that big fish, you still have the line capacity on that reel to make it happen there. Hey, when we come back, we're going to take more of your phone calls. Stay tuned. This is Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090.
For over 5 decades, Lee Palm Sport Fishing has set the standard in long-range fishing that they pioneered long ago. The Red Rooster 3 sets a new standard of excellence. The Red Rooster 3 is one of the most modern, quiet, and fastest long-range vessels in the fleet. They have handpicked the finest crew to make your trip a memorable one. The Red Rooster 3 offers trips from 3 to 18 days and runs year-round to the best fishing spots on the planet. Ride the Red Rooster 3 once, and you'll be back again. Call the Red Rooster 3 at 619-224-3853 57 or see them on the web at redrooster3.com.
The Yamaha V6 offshore four-strokes have some pretty impressive fans, the pros. These award-winning outboards have really delivered for pro anglers across the country. In fact, Florida-based pro tournament fisherman, guide, and TV host Rick Murphy says he's even taken the 300's power inshore. He mounted a 300 to his 23-foot bay, adding 50 horses, losing 40 pounds, and getting that baby up to 70 miles per hour. What's not to like about that? Check out the Yamaha V6 offshore four-stroke 300, 250, and 225 at your Yamaha marine dealer.
If the fish are biting, I'm on my boat, rain or shine. Of course, I wear my life jacket. It's like wearing a seatbelt. Clip it on, grab my tackle box, and hit the water.
Love California, Boat California, Save California. A message from California State Parks Division of Boating and Waterways.
It's time to talk about Power Pro. We were just talking about if you have a Tranks or any type of reel, like Talica 10, you want some line capacity. If you do hook that fish of a lifetime, the only way to go is Power Pro. I mean, there's so many different choices when it comes to Power Pro, too. We talked about Super 8 Slick on your level line reel, whether it be a bass fishing reel or a Tranks for fishing yellowtail on the surface iron. Then you've got Standard Power Pro. It's always a favorite in red. I like that color. And then, of course, Hollow Ace. Hollow Ace is another great Power Pro, which is the hollow connections. If you're fishing these big bluefin and you want that seamless hollow connection, Power Pro Hollow Ace is the choice. That's the advantage. You get lots of choices and you get line capacity when you use Power Pro. Check it out at your favorite tackle store or check out powerpro.com.
It's big, it's comfortable, and she is beautiful. The state-of-the-art long-range sport fishing vessel, the Independence. Veteran captains Mark Paisano and Paul Strasser built this incredible 112-foot vessel with the most modern technology and luxurious comfort available. Captain Jeff Dubois has helped make the Independence a top-notch operation. Call Independence Sport Fishing at 619-226-6006 or check the availability on spring, summer, and fall trips now at independencesportfishing.com.
It's time to get excited about fishing, and Point Loma Sport Fishing has everything you'll need. They offer half-day and three-quarter-day trips daily, perfect for families and the novice or seasoned fishermen. Point Loma Sport Fishing also offers overnight to multi-day trips, targeting the best of seasonal catches. Visit their website at pointlomasportfishing.com, where you can purchase tickets online and get more information on the trips available, or call 619-223-1627.
XEPRS 1090 AM, Rosarito, Baja California.
At the Mighty 1090, it's always football season. Touchdown! San Diego's sports leader, the Mighty 1090.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090. Pete Gray here, along with Dr. Brad Stiles, Dr. Ken Morris from the Make-A-Wish Tuna Challenge. We're talking fishing, we're talking tuna. Let's talk about the catch report today, sponsored in part by Fisherman's Processing in San Diego. Get the finest fish processing while you wait for your local, your long range, and your private boat trip. They have taken the San Diego processing business to new levels. They are the best. The superior service, superior product, and innovations. You can pre-book your order before you go. They have the tuna burgers, which are just hugely popular. And you can friend them on Facebook, find out more information to see what they're doing, or check out fishermansprocessing.com for details. You know, the other thing, too, is you can pull right up to their dock, unload your catch. You want to call them before you do that, but that is such a nice deal, and only Fisherman's Processing can offer that. Hey, let's start it up with Marcus Medak, Captain Medak on the new low end. Good morning, Marcus.
Hey, good morning. How are you guys doing today?
Hey, it's fantastic. Sounds like you're out on the boat.
Always.
Fantastic. Are you catching anything?
Yeah, not yet this morning so far. We had one bite right in the gray and lost it, but yesterday we had not a huge number of fish, but nonetheless, I'd have to say a pretty darn spectacular overnight fishing trip here in San Diego. It was pretty amazing, I think. We had started catching fish yesterday right in the gray, had a couple of real nice long drifts, and but we had a few fish in the mid-hundreds. I think we lost one that was probably over 200. First thing in the morning there in the gray yesterday on flat falls and sinker rigs with sardines. And then we started looking around after that, we ended up scratching the rest of the day on beautiful fish. We ended up the day with 8 fish yesterday. We had one 80-pounder. The rest of them are all 120 to our biggest one. We weighed in yesterday was 278 pounds on an overnight trip. Pretty amazing.
Oh, yeah. Dr. Ken was talking about that. I'll bet that was Marcus that caught that big one. Wow, Marcus. And this is all within 1 day range.
It was on an overnight trip. Pretty cool.
Unbelievable. Okay, if somebody's coming out to go fishing on the New Loan, what's the secret? What do we bring? What do we need to have ready for?
You know, if conditions look good, where it looks like we're going to have some real chances, they've been on the bite, you know. Looks like we got some chances, right conditions and everything. We will be trying for these big ones. So bring your heavy tackle. I don't know how many times I've heard, I got an 80 or 100-pound rig, but it's sitting in my garage. It doesn't do you any good there. Bring your heavy gear this year.
Yeah.
I'd say that's been our number one thing here, is make sure you have heavy gear. And to be in the game, you really need a 60-pound 2-speed. You've certainly got a chance, but I would highly recommend 80 or 100-pound gear. It's, you know, if you hook one of those great big ones, that increases your odds very, very significantly having the right gear. And really, to have a decent chance, you really need a minimum of 80 pounds, preferably 100 pound, especially for the nighttime jig fishing. That's way better in case you hook the one you really want.
Yeah, for sure. So, what's the story with the New Loan? What's your trip availability?
You know, we're running overnight and day-and-a-half trips. I'm not sure exactly how much space we have during the week here. We are, this time of year, we're fairly booked up, but there's usually a little bit of space here and there. Just call Point Loma Sport Fishing or check out their website there at pointlomasportfishing.com. The number otherwise is 619-223-1627. And I think we've got a little bit of space during the week. I know our weekends this month are got charters that we have every year. So, no, other than this weekend, we're pretty much full on weekends in August. But we do have a few spots here during the week. So if you're interested in doing that sort of thing, bring your heavy gear, some circle hooks, and some Shimano flat fall jigs. I normally don't name drop at those things for this kind of fish, and they have just been working way better than anything else.
Wow. That's a good advice there, Marcus. Marcus knows he's a long-range guy. I've fished with him many times on the Royal Star, and Marcus knows how to target big fish. Is that the biggest tuna, local tuna ever caught on a local boat?
You know, I don't know. I honestly don't know.
It's got to be right there.
It's the biggest one I've seen. It's the biggest bluefin I've ever seen personally caught, so pretty stoked.
Yeah, you should be. Congratulations. All right, Marcus Medak, PointLomaSportFishing.com. You can book right online on board the New Loan. Get out there and have a chance of a lifetime. But again, listen to Marcus, because you get that. If you get one chance, which is likely, if you're lucky, you get one chance. You don't want to blow it by having too light a tackle. So, thanks, Marcus Medak. Appreciate that. Calling us live from the New Loan. We hope you keep getting them out there. Let's head up to Dana War Sport Fishing. Talk to Captain Brian Woolley. Good morning, Brian.
Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing?
Doing great. Bass fishing's off the charts.
It's been pretty good this week, for sure. You know, it's just a standard week of early August fishing up here for us. You know, along the coast, the half day and three-quarter day, just like you said, you know, the fish remained excellent with great mixed bag type of fishing for us. You know, if you want a few calico bass, then the fly line sardine was number one. And plenty of bass also caught on the surface iron this week, along with the rubber lures and the hard baits. And in and around the various kelps, you know, we've also continued to see some good yellowtail signs. You know, these fish have ranged in size from that smaller shaker grade, you know, a couple pound stuff on up to straight bruiser, 30-plus pounders. So, you know, certainly a shot at some of that. And the majority of that fish is being caught on the fly line sardine, but, you know, bigger fish or two taken on the fly line mackerel or the surface iron. So, seen a good little sign of yellowtail. Out away from the beach on the offshore front, you know, it's been tricky for us. Certainly we've seen way more fish than our counts reflected. You know, one day it's all up good and it's all bluefin. that shows, and the next day it's, big spots of yellowfin. But this fish, for the most part, has been dodgy. The fish right now, the sign is there, certainly, but I think it just needs more time to work itself into a comfort zone before it bites really well for us. But, we're certainly seeing it, and we've also had some Dorado and some other yellowtail taken on kelps, and that kind of rounds out that whole offshore program for us. And then finally over at Catalina, the yellowtails continue to be the main player in our fish counts over there. Mixed fish again, small stuff, couple pound stuff on up to that 20 to 25 pound grade as well. And along with that yellowtail, we've seen some good bonito mixed in, and of course that same calico bass fishing kind of rolls over there at the island as well. So it's all been good. I can say we've got boats on just about everything this next week. So if you guys want to hop on a trip, get out on an offshore trip and go on the hunt with us, or if you want to stay close to the beach and catch a calico bass, just certainly love to see you out there with us. So give the office a call. The phone number there is 949-496-5794. Of course, you can check us out on the web at danawharf.com. And also, we recommend you using the discount code that you can find right on the front page of the Let's Talk Hookup webpage. There's a Dana Wharf banner ad. It gives you a little code to book, and that'll save you 25% on a local trip. It won't work on any of the offshore stuff, but if you're looking to come fishing half day, 3/4 day, it'll save you some money on that avenue.
No doubt about it. Hey, Brian, off the subject there's been some circulating controversy about these gill nets that have been off Orange County, killing 320,000 tons of bluefin this past week. And I'm not sure. Are you up on that or familiar with what's going on?
I'm not up on it. I can tell you I haven't seen gear in the water or anything like that. Well, we're not out there every single day, So I personally haven't seen gear, but certainly man, what a harsh set of news there to hear that. Huh?
Yeah,
what's the story?
And as you see, and so, there's so much tuna around, and tuna doesn't necessarily want to bite, but it certainly will bite and walk right into a gill net. And the story that has been circulating, I know it was on BD Outdoors, and it was circulated to me by one of our listeners, and thank you very much for that they couldn't sell this tuna. They had 320,000 tons, so they ended up selling it for like 20 cents a pound for dog food.
Ouch.
And the thing that really bugs me is that they look at us and they say, well, you can only catch 2 bluefin, but then they let these guys go indiscriminately kill all this fish and waste it, basically. Something's wrong.
It's wrong. And, if I can just take it all comes down to just people using their voices and being active on, whatever it takes. If you need to get your $30 to CCA to help the fight in that avenue, then you need to do it. People just need to step up and be active, and it just can't be, industry heavies that go around and try to fight the gallant fight for everybody. It's a collective effort that needs to happen on everyone's part to see something like that through. So.
Exactly. We really all need to support CCA because that's the organization that's really the only voice we have nationally to put a stop to this kind of indiscriminate killing there. So,
absolutely.
Yeah. Well, hey, thanks for that. I know it's right off of your backyard. That's why I wanted to mention it, and it certainly affects the future of Dana Wharf's fishing as well as the rest of our fishing. So we definitely want to stay involved there. And thanks, Brian. Appreciate that. And, again, if you want to get a great deal, go on our website, hookup1090.com. Click on that Dana Wharf Sport Fishing banner. Save a bunch of money. We'll talk to you next week.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys. Have a good show.
All right. Gundy Gunderson, surf guru extraordinaire. What's up, Gundy?
Hey, what's going on?
You are. What's going on with
I
surf?
heard my buddy Tommy Pearson owns Pearson's Port there in Newport, and he was telling me something similar, that the quality of this bluefin isn't real commercial, restaurant grade, bright pink. It's kind of like it's a little flat and stuff, so there's just not a big commercial value. And the price dropped to $1 a pound last week, and I guess, like you said, it's down to 20 cents a pound. And dog food, that's very unfortunate.
Really,
very
really
unfortunate.
sad. Yeah, and the thought.
Not unfortunate though is the surf fishing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get out a pad and count the species here, Pete. This is just phenomenal fishing. Full summer, hook, line, and sinker will start up north. Reported good bite, most species. Nice bite, Johnny bass, chocolate rockfish, small swim baits in the shallow rocky areas. real fun fishing for light tackle guys. Grub bite good on 1.5 perch, East Beach, butterfly. Shark fishermen catching 7 gills off Carpinteria, Goleta Beaches, whole squid. 2 striped bass up to 6 pounds. We're taking off graveyards there on flash minnows, the hard jerk baits. Spotted bay bass, this is interesting. They're catching spotted bay bass in Santa Barbara Harbor. No one's ever seen them in there before. You know, I think what's going on is, the last few years of warm water, those things migrated up there. Kind of an interesting thing. We'll see if they stick around or what happens there. Throughout Santa Monica Bay, terrific Corvina fishing, 2 to 3 pound fish, taking lugworms, fresh mussels, El Segundo, Torrance, Beaches, all Malibu, all producing. 2 Firecracker Yellowtail taking off the Topaz Jetty there on the surface iron. That's right there at King Harbor. Bonita, small Yellowtail, also inside the harbor. Big fish reported Lunker Corvina taking ghost shrimp. Fish are feeding on the pea-sized sand crabs, so you throw ghost shrimp at a nice sized Corvina, and a lot of times he's going to take that. Make sure you have the right tackle too, 6 pound no less. Bolsa Chica Inlet's been the hot spot there. Long Beach, the guy is still describing the spotted bay bass in the harbor as phenomenal, as good as it gets. Numbers, qualities, just terrific fishing. Hogan's reported excellent spot fin bite. Harbor Jetty, Doheny, San Clemente Pier, Old Man's, fish to 5 pounds on the mussel, lugworm, ghost shrimp. Orange Mouth Corvina in the lagoon, several fish to 8 pounds taken on swim baits. Yellowtail to 24 inches, bonita, and big log barracuda off the Oceanside Pier. I mean, that's about as good as it gets, Pete. You're going on all cylinders right now.
I guess. You're not kidding, man. Hey, Gundy, I didn't count the species, but that's a lot of species you can catch from the surf. Just right from the surf. Gundy Gunderson, our surf guru extraordinaire. Thanks a lot. Great report. We'll talk to you next week.
Yeah, and I look forward to hearing more about this story about that commercial fishing. That's very troublesome.
That stuff needs to get out and get exposed. So let's get more information and expose these people for doing what they're doing.
That's it. That's
Raping
not
our ocean
sustainable
for sure.
fishing.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Gundy. Appreciate that. Talk to you next week.
Great show, Pete. We'll catch you next week.
All right. Thanks very much. 877-792-1090. Open up right now. Doug in Montebello, you're on Let's Talk Hookup. Good morning, Doug.
Hi, I was about to make a wish. What was the hardest wish you ever could accomplish for a kid, and what would be the one that you just could not do for a kid, no matter how hard you tried or resource-wise?
Well, they always will do the wish. They just may modify,
What can be done.
What can be done.
Like if a kid wants to go up in the space capsule and go to the space station, that probably can't be done.
Right. So what they'll do is they'll set it up where they go to like Cape Canaveral, Florida, and they'll put them in a simulated station
or space camp
and they'll do something similar. So yeah, if a kid says I want to go to the moon, obviously you're not going to send them to the actual moon, but they'll do something that's like the experience is very similar to that.
Oh, that'd be cool. Now, what's the real wish that is probably one of the coolest ones that you've ever heard?
Actually, I think it's the kids that want to go fishing.
Yeah.
When you get something, they want to come out and go fishing.
Really?
Ocean fishing. Yep,
Yeah.
we've had those.
That's their wish.
That's their wish.
And how do they fulfill those? They get a charter boat and take them out fishing?
Locally the chapter usually will contact some of the guys they know that with private boats, and because they like to give them a really nice experience, and so I've done it a few times, and I think all of us have probably done it a few times.
Have you? Yeah, that's cool. Good for you guys. Good question, Doug. Thanks a lot for the phone call this morning. And when we come back, we're going to take more of your phone calls, talk more fishing here with the doctors, and talk more about the Make-A-Wish Tuna Challenge coming up August 26th through the 28th. You stay tuned. This is Let's Talk Hookup, and it's Southern California Sports Fishing Voice on the Mighty 1090.
This is Captain Art Taylor of the 95-Foot Searcher. Team Searcher would like to thank all of our great customers for their support in our fantastic 2015 season. The Searcher has a fantastic crew, great food, air-conditioned cabins and galley, satellite TV, and an RSW system to preserve your catch. Our 2016 schedule is out, so don't miss the boat. Book your trip online at searchersportfishing.com or call Celia and Jen at 619-226-2403. That's 619-226-2403.
For decades, the Kona Kai has been considered San Diego's premier marina resort and spa. Now with millions of dollars in upgrades, the Kona Kai Resort is a destination for travelers worldwide who can live it every day. The docks and services are the finest quality in San Diego, and the Kona Kai is the closest marina to the open ocean. As a marina tenant, you enjoy many benefits, including secured free parking, a deluxe health club, swimming pool, and more. Enjoy discounts at the restaurant, bar, and hotel. If you don't have a boat, there are memberships available at a very affordable price. The Kona Kai Club has been offering members a home away from home since 1953. Members can spend their days on Kona Kai's private beach, meet new people in the club's modern lounge, share a meal with family at Vessel Restaurant and Bar, or pamper themselves in Spa Terra. Check out ResortKonakai.com on the web for more information, to reserve a slip, or inquire about joining the club. The Kona Resort, like being on vacation every day in your own backyard. What a tuna and yellowtail season last year. Many say the best in 30 years. Could this season be even better? Don't be caught without the right gear. Now is the time to stock up on the trolling lure that proved to be the best. X-Rap Magnum by Rapala. Every X-Rap Magnum runs perfect right out of the box. They all have extreme action and a controlled deep diving aggressive swimming motion. The large diving lip partners with premium VMC hooks and an irresistible rattle. The X-Rap Magnum by Rapala can be trolled at high speeds without rolling or kicking out at depths to 15 feet. Bottom line, the X-Rap Magnum is the ultimate trolling lure for Southern California and Baja saltwater fishing. With a textured translucent body, internal holographic foil, and 3D holographic eye, X-Rap Magnums are irresistible to saltwater game fish. Available in a variety of colors and sizes. No matter what you choose, the fish can't resist X-Rap Magnum by Rapala. Ask your local tackle dealer which is the hottest color and size and start catching more fish. See the entire line at Rapala.com.
XEPRS 1090 AM Rosarito, Baja California.
You're listening to the home of the Major League Playoffs and World Series. San Diego's sports leader, the mighty 1090.
Great boats, free parking, and a fully stocked tackle shop. Just a few of the reasons Seaforth Sport Fishing is a favorite among anglers. Come aboard top charter boats like the Aztec, Cortez, Endeavor, Eclipse, Apollo, Outer Limits, Pacific Star, El Gato Dos, Alexis, Pride, Privateer, Tribute, Pacific Voyager, and the Voyager. Plus, the new Seaforth Sea Watch in San Diego offer the finest half, 3/4, and full-day trips available. Check out the full-service tackle store at Seaforth Sport Fishing. And it's all run by fishermen for fishermen. 1717 Quivira Road, just off Mission Bay Drive in Mission Bay. Book online at seaforthlanding.com.
Here's John Ireland for Rancho Leonero.
Rancho Leonero is very family-oriented. People have brought their children down, and now they're bringing their children. It's not unusual to have 3 generations of family at the hotel. Grandpa, Dad, and normally sons, sometimes daughters. The families come back year after year, and it's a safe place for the kids. It's small, it's intimate, right on the water, 2 miles of beachfront. The water's very shallow in front. There's no currents to speak of, no waves. We have childcare, $10 a day for a babysitter. Security is high at Rancho Leonero. It's really unnecessary, but it adds up comfort level. And we really do encourage the families. It's a great place for family reunions, family get-togethers, weddings. We do it all. 1-800-646-2252, 646-BAJA. And RanchoLeonero.com. There's nowhere that I could think of to have the same atmosphere and the same experience that you get at Rancho Leonero. We love families.
Last year, we had an unbeatable fishing season, one of the best in decades. I think we'll all take another year just like it. Now, just imagine what it could be like if we have an unbeatable season 39 years in a row. Well, that's exactly what Ford has done with their F-Series pickups, America's best-selling trucks 39 years in a row. We love our F-150s here in San Diego. Ford trucks give you the freedom to launch your boat with ease thanks to Pro Trailer Backup Assist, the freedom to toss all your gear in the bed no matter how wet and messy it gets, and the freedom to fit 5 full-size guys comfortably in the cab. And right now, during the Ford Freedom Sales Event, you'll get the freedom from interest charges with Ford's best finance rate of the year. Freedom from high monthly payments thanks to special summer lease programs, plus the freedom to save even more on trucks with smart bonus tags. It's an incredible combination of savings on an incredible lineup of trucks. So don't miss the Ford Freedom Sales Event. Stop by your San Diego County Ford dealer today. They'll be glad to hook you up.